What's up? This is like what video of number 5, I want to say. So let's count. I have 26 verses in the Bible that lets me feel confident as of today in my way of belief. And I promise you, nobody can change that. I went over Genesis 2:7. And now I'm going to briefly, well, I'll be damned. I can't go over Genesis 2:13 because it's ripped out of my note, out of my Bible. Like, it's gone. Literally, it's gone, literally. But it talks about Ethiopia. Ethiopia. I always it's like a tongue tie for my mouth. But I brought that up because Genesis 2:7 mentions the breath of life. Genesis 2:13 immediately mentions Ethiopia. Why wasn't I taught about Ethiopia as a kid? If it's in Genesis, in the Old Testament, and in the New Testament, Acts chapter 8, verse 27. Why wasn't I taught about Ethiopia? What was that? Because I feel like that's pretty important. And the fact that I wasn't was a red herring to me. Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what the fuck you say. I'm one of the smartest people in this fucking world. Don't care what anybody says. Think I'm arrogant, think I'm a dick. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Fuck you. I'll say what the fuck I want to say. Like, for real. I will say what the fuck I want to say. Because you can't tell me what the fuck I can think, what the fuck I can say, what the fuck I can do. Only I can do that. Because everybody's a God. Everybody's like God. It's only one most high God. And I'm the God of my domain. So it's gonna be a fucking movie. I'm gonna make sure of that. Because, man, this shit fake, bro. Like, this shit is fake. And I'm not gonna continue to live like it. Like, it's not fake. I'm not gonna continue to live like it's real life when it's fucking fake. You know, I really don't like getting, I don't say spiritual because everything's spiritual. So it's like backwards to me to call it spiritual. But if you have any foresight, you would have been looking at the people in power to tell you that change is coming, and they haven't told you, but they have. They tell you every single fucking day. It's the change y'all think, cause like, where I could get on here right now and improv act being an alien, and who the fuck would know if I just got on TikTok and talked about it? No, I'm not gonna do that. Might do it. Really might do it though. But you would have to know that it's a joke. And like, I would need a lot of people to like jump in on it. That would be fucking hilarious. But Ethiopia. It was so many things that just bring to light. Like, hey man, what's up? Something might be up with this. Cause this just doesn't feel like the reality I'm supposed to be living in. Cause This doesn't work. It don't work. How is a country that's supposedly the most prosperous $37 trillion in debt? And then, bitch, it's still homelessness everywhere. In every single state, it's a homeless person. At least 100 of them. In every single state. At least 1,000 in every single state. At least 10,000 homeless people in every single state. And I dare to say 100,000. But I don't know the figures, so I'm not going to speak for other people. But it's like, bro, you telling me you can't understand, like, hey, let's help somebody. Let's just go help somebody. Let's not be evil. Nah, I'm good. Let's be evil. Who the fuck thinks like that? Why would you think like that? For real. But the people in power think like that. For real. And they taught you, which they indirectly taught me to, but I untaught myself this programming. When you pray to Jesus, you praying to a slave boat, man. Go read that shit. Jesus of Lubeck. Lubeck. Jesus of Lubeck is a slave boat. They put partial truths in the Bible and partial lies in the Bible. Jesus is a lie. Christ is real. Matthew chapter 1, verse 23. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. Go read it. It tells you his name is Emmanuel. That tells you to call him Jesus Christ, not Christ Emmanuel. Yeah, you believe in Christ, but you're not even directing your thoughts directly to Christ. What the fuck? You directing to a fucking boat that can't answer you back. So boom. That's click. And now we're going to go to Psalms chapter 68, verse 31. Let's read it. My channel, my thoughts. I post the fuck I want. Don't come in my comments talking shit. Cause bitch, I literally have no subscribers. Why are you coming talking to me? I'm just thinking my own thoughts. Well, if you have something that can build off these thoughts, but coming to debate me, why the fuck would you do that? Matthew chapter 68, verse 31. Princes shall come out of Egypt, Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God. So, where is Egypt in this analogy? Why did I say analogy? Verse. Where is Egypt in this verse? We've been taught that it's on Africa. No. No. Egypt is in America. It's the South. If you believe that your consciousness is that, because your consciousness is invisible. That is invisible. This physical body is not, but you need both of them to be here, because one needs the other, and the other needs one. Because once you give the ghost, Hebrews 9:27 kicks in, and this motherfucker die. But that gets another body. And once you understand that, and then you understand like Earth is on that side of the Atlantic, and heaven is on this side of the Atlantic, like North America, South America is heaven. And Earth is all the continents over there. Asia, Europe, Russia, India, all that shit over there. Africa, Australia. All of that's Earth. You go back and forth. Like, that's my understanding of it. Because they made us think heaven is somewhere else. But once you come to the why would and like what really pieced all this together for me was why in the absolute fuck would God, him, his superior majesty and pride celestial first, create this realm for us to go somewhere else? That don't even make logical sense. You see how like my brain is speaking faster than the words I say? That it's always like this. And it's so like I take a rabbit hole and I go so far down it that it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, bitch, think. Like, just don't make sense. Why? Why would God create this realm and then send it somewhere else? It don't make sense at all. And you can't ever justify that it does.